everyone, it's Justin and
Matt.
Two dads again from Broome, Australia, and we're coming to you today in a 2023 Mitsubishi ASX SUV. Okay, mate. The ASX is Mitsubishi's small, city SUV, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's also one of the oldest cars in Mitsubishi's current range. This current version is actually the fourth facelift that the ASX has had since it was released back in 2010, so she's been around for a while.
That is long in the tooth.
The model year 23 cars have had a few updates in features and safety just to keep them competitive, and that includes the introduction of a new entry-level GS model in the ASX. So there's now 6 models in the 2023 ASX lineup. They range from a entry-level 2-litre GS model that has a list price of $23,990, but you can also get it in 5-speed manual. Save the manuals, hallelujah.
Oh, I love it. That's fantastic.
And they go all the way up to a 2.4 luxury Exceed model at $34,740 list price. Anyway, mate, the one that we're driving today is the sporty, inverted commas, GSR model, which is front-wheel drive and comes with a 2.4 litre 4-cylinder engine. That puts out 123 kilowatts at 6,000 RPM and 222 Newton meters at 4,100 RPM. And that's coupled to a CVT automatic transmission, and it's got a list price of $32,240.
Okay.
Anyway, mate, now that you've had a drive the ASX this week, what do you think?
Yeah, thanks, Justin. And look, sporty, first of all, doesn't resonate with the way it drives for me. But driving it feels like a really honest, basic but capable car for what it is. So yeah, I actually just got in it and I could find everything. It drives well. The suspension and the chassis feels its age. But I like the facelift, but that's looks wise. But driving wise, the engine's capable. It's not overly powerful. The gearbox seems pretty good for a CVT. I've owned a few CVTs in my time. This one's better than I'm used to. So it's actually, for a city car, I think it does a really good job.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like the 2.4 in this car, even though it's non-turbo, I think it puts it above the general sort of, plethora of the 2-litre 4-cylinder SUVs around, because it feels torquey, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, you get the cubic inches, extra 0.4 of a cubic inch makes it feel torquey.
It does.
Yeah.
You notice it.
But look, it's not one of those cars that pushes you back into the seat when you drive, is it? So,
no way, no.
The car uses 91 octane unleaded, so that saves you money. The official fuel consumption is 7.9 litres per 100 Ks, but during the week I've been seeing it in the mid-tens sort of thing, and that's just driving around town. So, mate, in terms of the ride, mate, I found, it's a nice ride actually. Like it's running 18-inch wheels. They're 225 55 18s. There's no full-size spare. You get a space saver in the back, but I found that they tended to absorb the bumps well at low speeds. You found that?
Yeah, I did as well, for sure.
I did notice, however, that when you take it on the freeway, you can feel the bumps when you're on the freeway. So yeah. Steering feels a little heavier than sort of what you're used to in this category of car, I found, but I like that.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. It does feel a little bit more connected because of that with the steering.
More direct and nimble. So,
yeah, true.
Yep. The braking I found was fine too. Like, it's a small light car. I think it's only about 1,400 kilos curb weight, so the brakes are adequate to pull it up. So yeah. But would you say it's fun to drive?
It's not fun. I don't find it fun. It's definitely not exciting, and it doesn't feel sporty. However, it is, I would say, it's enjoyable to drive.
It's got that GSR badge, which, back in the day, they used to have GSR Lancers, turbo all-wheel drive, stuff like that. But putting it on this car maybe, you know, isn't that appropriate. But then again, like it's marketing, so there you go.
Well, yeah, but it dilutes the integrity of the history of the GSR brand, which is, you know, an iconic car, especially in the 90s and 2000s. I don't quite think that's a great move.
Okay, mate. Let's have a quick chat about family friendliness, practicality, safety in the car, right? What did you think about the driving vision?
I actually thought it was really good. Front vision's good. I mean, the bonnet's quite high up, so you can't see the corners so well, but it's got all those safety features anyway. Rear view vision is good, and they've got massive side mirrors, so you can really, you feel like you can see everywhere. And because it's such a small car, well, lengthwise, it really feels like it does wrap around you. So I think vision's really good.
Did you find it was easy to park?
Very easy. It's got the reverse camera. It's got the audible sensors as well. So piece of cake.
Yeah. The only thing it doesn't come with is front sensors. It gets rear sensors, but it's a smallish car, so you're gonna be all right that way, I reckon. So.
Exactly.
What about the seat comfort? How'd you find that?
It doesn't really wrap around you, and I didn't expect it to anyway. But I think it's got all the support. The material's very nice.
Yeah, it's like an Alcantara finish on it.
Yeah, a bit of stitching there somewhere.
Yeah, red stitching.
So I'd give the thumbs up for the seats. I like them.
Yeah, I think they're pretty basic though, because yeah, they don't come with lumbar support, and they're not heated in the GSR either or anything like that. So yeah, they're just the basic sort of
basic. Yeah, but the design's quite nice, and they're comfortable.
What do you think about the interior styling, ergonomics and stuff?
It's fairly basic. However, that's a good thing in that there are actual buttons, and everything's easy to find. I got in here, could work everything really well. Some of them were a little bit harder to find, but you know, you don't need them all the time. Like some of the safety features are on the right hand side down here. Actually, it's a pleasant cabin. The steering wheel I really like.
Couple of little things I found in the cabin which sort of betray its age a little bit, I guess, is that there's no digital speeder. I mean, it's nice plain analog instrumentation, but normally a digital speedo pops up in the middle of some other cars, but this one doesn't have it. The other thing I thought was it's a CVT, but you've got paddle shifters. Do you really need paddle shifters on a CVT?
I think that was the pretend sportiness.
It has no gears.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, I think that's a bit of overkill.
But there are some nice little touches in there. Do you notice the pedals? Like it's got alloy pedals and things like that.
And this is alloy as well, the shift levers, even though they're not really for
they could have gone to plastic or something, but yeah, they're nice.
Yeah.
The infotainment system in the car, mate, it's an 8-inch touchscreen. I reckon it's small, it's pretty basic. It's got DAB, but you don't get inbuilt nav in the GSR model. You have to, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, you've got to get nav with that, but you've got to plug it in as well. But one nice little feature I found it had was that it's actually got the ability to do USB playback video.
Yeah.
So if you're picking up the kids from school and you're a bit early and you just want to sit there and watch something, you can actually plug it in and watch something. So
that's
cool.
really handy. It's a nice feature.
Mate, you sat in the back. What do you think?
Look, when you're in there, there's plenty of leg room and headroom. Ingress and egress maybe is a little bit tight. So, I don't know how you feel having 3 adults in the back if you're going for a long journey, but around town it's adequate.
You sit fairly upright though in the back, I noticed.
Actually, you're right. You're right. It's you do sit up, and I don't believe it's adjustable. I think it's a fixed angle. So, that's just, I guess maybe because of the boot space that they're trying to maximise that. So it's understandable, but overall the size of it is adequate.
I think one thing that lets it down in the back though for family friendliness is you don't get any vents in the back. I mean, I know it's not a big car, so you're relying on the front vents to cool the kids in the back. Yeah, that's a bit of a mission there. But one good thing it's got though is it's got 2 USB ports in the back. I mean, there's 2 in the front, there's 2 in the back. There's 12-volt outlets in the centre here and in the front. So that's pretty good.
I think that's a nice feature for sure.
Yeah. In terms of the boot, mate, it's got a 60-40 split in the back, but it is a city car, so it's not a huge boot in this car, is it? So yeah, it's sort of like, you know, like maxi hatchback size, isn't it? So
Yeah, exactly.
safety. Interesting thing about this car, the GSR model is sort of like a mid-range version of the ASX. So you do get 7 airbags, including a driver's knee airbag. You get ABS, you get autonomous emergency braking as well. But GSR also gets blind spot warning, lane change assist, lane departure warning, and rear cross traffic alert. So that ups the safety a bit. But when you get one of the entry-level models or something like that, you don't get those 4 features, so that lets it down a bit in safety. Okay, mate, quick chat about value for money. As we mentioned, this car is 32,240 for this price, right? So early 30s.
Yeah.
The GSR comes with the bigger engine, the 2.4. You get the sporty Alcantara seats, the sporty blackout trim on the outside, so, you know, black wheels and black grille and stuff. Comes with auto headlights, auto wipers, keyless entry, a 6-speaker sound system, rear parking sensors and camera. As we mentioned, no fronts. Cruise control, but it's not active cruise control. Matt, I think though, like, the car is feeling its age. You mentioned that too, isn't it?
Exactly right. You can feel that.
But I think if you want something simple, no fuss, you don't want to get bombarded with too many, you know, tech things like the other car we had previously that just had too much tech. Yeah, it's a good no fuss car. You agree?
Absolutely agreed. I think there's definitely a really strong market for this if you don't want to be overloaded with that tech, for sure. Because, you know, sometimes it's just good to have it a little bit more basic but still have the key features you need, and this does exactly that.
Tried and trusted.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yep.
It's a very honest, robust car.
Yeah. But the other thing is that this segment is a very competitive segment, isn't it? Considering you know, how many different models you can get as a small city car. So probably pays to do your homework, shop around, and yeah, but definitely, yeah, put it on your shopping list. So.
I certainly would think so.
In terms of aftermarket stuff with the car comes with a 10-year, 200,000 warranty. That's the Mitsubishi 10-year warranty. But again, read the fine print on that because you have to have it serviced at a Mitsubishi dealer to cover that. So, because the standard is 5 years, 100,000 Ks.
Yeah.
It does have cap price servicing, so it's every year or 15,000 Ks to service. So that's good. That's a good long interval. Yeah. I did the calculations off the Mitsubishi website to see how much it's going to cost you. For the first 5 years, it's $1,895, right? But after 5 years, there's a few big service costs. So at the end of 10 years, you're up for $4,890. I don't know whether you'd probably just want to maybe keep this car for 5 years and then sell it off after that to save yourself money for servicing in the long run.
Yeah, that's a big jump.
Yeah, it's a bit of a jump. Yeah. Okay, mate. X factor. You know, usual question. You know, is it the kind of car that, you know, when you're driving past the shops and see your reflection there, you're going to check yourself out, or, you know, when you park the car, you're going to look back at it? What do you think?
I have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
is it the car or the colour? The colour of this car is really nice.
It really is, and the contrast with the black, with the GSR pack, I think it looks quite smart.
Yeah.
So it has caught my eye, and I have been looking back at it. Over time, maybe that will dilute because it is a, you know, city car, and no disrespect to that, but it's actually quite an attractive car for what it is. So yeah, I think it's got a slight X factor.
I think considering too, like the basic shape of the car is over 10 years old. If you're saying that, that's not bad.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thumbs up.
Anyway, just want to put a big thanks out to our friends at Mitsubishi Australia for the loan of the ASX GSR this week. I think it's worth putting on your shopping list. Like we were saying, it's a no fuss, no bother kind of car, and you know, it's still good value for money, I reckon. So what do you think?
I agree, definitely. It's, you know, I'd actually like to keep it for a bit longer. So, you know, I wasn't expecting that, but it really is an honest, sort of hard-working, true car that you can rely on.
You can trust.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just does a good job.
Yeah, it just does the job. So, yeah, that's right. And just want to put a big thanks to everybody out there for all the likes, the subscriptions, the shares. Please continue to do so. And yeah, I guess we'll see you next time. See you later.
Bye.